Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Stop, Look, and Listen. I'm your host, LaTroy Gardner. This week, we have a chart-topping R&B duo returning with their fifth release, Rebirth, in stores April 2nd. They brought you hits, No More, and Someone to Love You. We got David Chance and Dante Jordan from Ruff Endz. How you doing, fellas?
Hey, what's up, brother? How you feel?
Hey, brother. Good to be on the show, man.
Good to have you both. So, Dante, I hear you're like from the Carolinas somewhere?
Yeah, man. Most of my family is from the Carolinas, all over. The Jordans, the Hand Smiths. If you know a Jordan, a Hand, or a Smith in the Carolinas, I'm probably related to them.
All right, cool.
You all over.
All right, fellas. So just talk about how you all got connected in the city of West Baltimore, and how you was originally a quartet and then sort of split up and became a duo.
Go ahead, Dante. You could do that one, brother.
We just going through it real quick. Shout out to the whole Baltimore, man. Shout out to all of the talent and the singers and the DJs and all that stuff. We grew up in the same city. We knew of each other, but didn't really know each other. And high school, when we got to high school, I think David was actually cutting class.
I was.
But he was in the music room. He wasn't cutting class, though. He was in the music room, and they was rehearsing, writing, or doing something with a song. I wasn't even in school. I was still in the streets, and I that's where I linked up with him at, and I heard him singing. Actually, that's probably what I think got me to come to school. Like when I came and Dave and it was doing the music, that actually made me come and enroll back in school for real. So that I just thought about that for real. So from that day we started rocking, we started singing. Our school group kind of fell apart, didn't make it. We had a couple other groups. We had in the end we had like a quartet. It was me, David, another guy, and that didn't work out. A great friend of ours, Rush Endz, one of the former members of Drew Hill from Baltimore too. Also an artist herself, told us basically, man, listen, I think y'all kill a game with just y'all two. And it was a fair, definitely was a fair there because we hadn't really caught wind of seeing any two-man groups. We didn't know about Sam and Dave, who, you know, two guys soul man. We didn't know about them. So to us, it was like, how we gonna do this? Feel me? And Rush Endz was like, man, listen, don't worry. Y'all can kill it, man. So we, that was like the beginning of us pushing and starting this journey as we was Dave and Brown. We wasn't even Ruff Endz, still Dave and Brown. That was the beginning of our journey, you know what I mean? Joining together as soul brothers.
All right, so Baltimore is kind of underrated, I feel, as far as the musical contributions. You have yourself and Drew Hill and Mario, Mo, going back to Cab Calloway and Billie Holiday. Describe Baltimore sound, you know?
Woo. It's a sound of love and pain, man. You know, and that sums it up in a nutshell. It's a lot of pain in the city, and it comes through. So a lot of the singers sing with a lot of conviction. You know what I mean? And it's a sound that, you know, when you hear it, you feel it right away. You know what I mean? So I think you know, Baltimore is definitely, like you said, contributed a lot to music, and it's, you know, a lot of cities, man, that go through a lot of stuff. It's crazy how in the midst of chaos, things rise above from that, you know what I mean? You see that not just in Baltimore, but a lot of different cities, man, which I think is God, you know what I mean? So appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate our city for giving us that, all that rough stuff we've been through and the craziness has made us the men that we are and gave you guys the sound that you all know and love. So shout out to Baltimore.
So you've been in the game for 2 decades now. And as we said in the intro, hit it big with No More and Someone to Love You. Just talk about the lessons you've learned during that time from when you first started to now.
Oh, man.
Good question.
You probably wouldn't have enough time. Lord have mercy. The lessons, man, the lessons we've learned are monumental. Like when we first got into the industry, it's like we were still becoming men at the same time. So a lot of our lessons, the stuff that we didn't get before we went in the industry, we had to learn during and after, which is a challenge from learning things in the regular basis in the regular world. So, for instance, like becoming a father, becoming a better companion, all of that stuff, becoming a certain level of a businessman, or being aware of your business in order, or knowing your business. You know what I'm saying? So, more solid lessons on how to treat people, how to deal with people, how to really see people. That was a big one. That was a big tough one. How to really see people. It's like, how do you judge that? That's a hard lesson, because how do you judge a person that you had to grow apart from because they wasn't growing with you? You know what I'm saying? And we experienced a lot of that. I heard somebody say, there's a reason why there's 40 seats on a bus and only 2 seats in the Bentley, or 4 seats in the Bentley. Like, as you graduate from things, all those people can't come with you. You know what I'm saying? As you move up, all those people with you, and they're for real reasons, not because you're better, because you've grown apart in different ways. And that's a hard lesson. You know what I mean? Because, I love when people hard. So that's definitely a tough lesson.
All right. Well, I love that answer. And it sort of kind of leads us into the single Congratulations.
Yeah.
Since Dante, you was talking about growth as a man, I think Congratulations definitely, it's a picture of that. Just talk about that single.
Indeed, man. Congratulations is definitely speaks to our growth. You know what I mean? It showcases where we are as men now. One of the things that we have done when we got back together, our city was on fire. Freddie Gay passed away. All of these different people, Breonna Taylor, all of this stuff was happening. So we got back together and we did a song called Time for Change. And that was the beginning of, even though we did a song called Time for Change, that was the beginning of a new perspective for Ruff Endz. We decided to no longer be a part of the problem when it comes to our community. Because I'm a firm believer that when you go in a gangbang, if you're gonna go out and ready to kill somebody and they all get in the car, they're playing some music, and I'm sure it's not Someone to Love You. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm sure it's not Wifey or So You're Having My Baby. It ain't none of those. You know what I mean? So that's really where we are. We just made a decision like, okay, we've got to now draw the line and stand firm. And that perspective, from that perspective comes songs like Congratulations. How can we be positive and we can inspire people in a breakup song that's not your typical breakup song? So instead of, female bashing her and say, girl, you ain't no good, because I wrote those songs. We both wrote breakup songs like crazy. But we've heard them all and we love them, you know what I mean? But drama is not helping our community anymore. You know what I mean? We need to know how to handle things for real, because I realize that a lot of us don't know how to deal with real life situations. You know what I mean? And so we wanted to make something that was that could inspire people, inspire our people. You know what I mean? So the song "Congratulations" speaks as an example of that, and it speaks to you moving on from a situation in a healthy way. You know what I mean? Having a realization that even though we weren't meant to be together, it's all God's plan. You know, we were like two people crossing paths. You know what I mean? Because when you realize your life is in God's hand and there's a divine design, you can kind of take your emotions out of a lot of stuff, man, and really just embrace the process. And that's what that song kind of speaks to.
Okay. So I guess congratulations and Be the One sort of intertwined in a way. So you're happy for your ex moving on, and you found your soulmate in Be the One. And you're putting it all on the line, willing to do right. Just talk about that process, since I know it was written and produced by you guys.
Right. So Be the One, I like how you tied them together, because they definitely could tie together. Be the one in that same mindset, basically that same mindset from that same kind of man that will find someone or you're with someone who makes you want to be a better person. You know, you want to be the one that somebody wants, to want to be that special someone, and to look at that person and really have feelings for them. You don't want to bring them no garbage. You don't want to say, okay, I want to be the one, and I ain't right though. I'm gonna get there, but I ain't right. No. If that's the one that you really want to be the one, you ain't saying nothing. You getting yourself together. You know what I'm saying? You gonna show up every day with a haircut. You gonna call at the right time. You gonna do what you gotta do. Listen, I don't care what I did before. I don't care how I carried myself before. If this is the person and she's making me feel a certain way, I'm willing to get myself together and do what I got to do to be the man I need to be the one. You know what I mean? So I ain't mean to get too deep on you, but
no, that's it.
Really that deep.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
you're good. So let's quickly tap into the fifth album, Rebirth. What does Rebirth mean to you?
It means a new beginning, man. A new purpose, you know. Shout out to Claude Bellini. He's the CEO over at SRG Universal. Shout out to the whole SRG team, man. Raphael, the whole team over there. Michael, we appreciate y'all for believing in Ruff Endz and embracing us into the family, man. They got Raheem Devon over there. They got Brian McKnight. They got all of them legendary R&B artists over there, man. So thank you for believing in our dream, man, and seeing what we do. But Claude gave us the name Rebirth. He thought about the name. We were trying to come up with a name, but me and Dante always was saying, that this is a new beginning. This is like, and he just kind of put the name to what we were feeling and thinking the whole time, pretty much. So Rebirth, again, it's not just an album, but it's the beginning, or I don't say re-beginning, but it's the beginning again of a friendship, because Ruff Endz, we are brothers, man. And that's kind of what the group is built on, a brotherhood, a friendship. So it's two guys reuniting again, man. Families coming back together. His daughter, my son, like, we family for real. So it's more than the music. It's real family over here. So it's the rebirth of all of that.
Ooh.
The Rebirth in stores April 2nd.
In stores April 2nd. And look, www.srgstore.com is where you can pre-order this right now. And you can actually get yourself a CD if you are still into CDs. A lot of golden age people, I call to that certain era of R&B the golden age. And y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that. So if y'all still want the CDs, you can go ahead and get yourself autograph postcard and get yourself a physical CD of Ruff Endz, man.
For all those collectors.
All right. Well, feel free to plug your socials. And if you want to leave us some words of inspiration, you can do that as well.
Oh, yeah. @official Ruff Endz on Instagram and on Facebook. Follow us. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We got performances, some live online performances, exclusive. You got to definitely be following us to get tickets to those. We're going to be performing on some major platforms as well online, and you definitely don't want to miss out on that. And this summer, you will see us on tour. You will see us at a stage near you. April 2nd, the album Rebirth hits the stores, along with the new video, Be the One, is going to be hitting next Friday as well. We're going to be premiering it on Vivo. And Dante, let them know what it is, brother.
Official Ruff Endz. That's RUFFENDZ. Official Ruff Endz on Instagram, Facebook. The Real Ruff Endz on Twitter. Make sure you also check us out on Spotify. Follow us on there. And we want to send a crazy shout out to all the DJs for keeping us relevant, for banging us in spots where they don't even got nice platforms like our brother right here. So we want to thank you for sure, for you and platforms like you for help keeping us relevant, brother. You know what I mean?
Right.
Every strike of the hammer is a strike that drives the nail in. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody is relevant. You feel what I'm saying? So we appreciate you, brother, so much for having us on your show this evening.
Indeed, man. Literally, it's platforms like you, man, that keep the brand, not just keep Ruff Endz alive, but it's platforms like yours that keep R&B that we know going, you know what I mean? So again, you're just as important as a Steve Harvey, you know what I mean? So we appreciate you, brother. Again.
All right, no doubt. Salute to you guys as well. Dante Gordon, David Chance, Ruff Endz. I'm your host, LaTroy Gardner, for Stop and Listen. See you next week. Peace and blessings.
Thank you for checking us out on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe for more great content. And don't forget to check out our website at GOBRadionetwork.com.